Adobe Illustrator 2014 release, Classroom in a Book, Chapter 4. Before I start the chapter, I just want to mention that every time you bring up your Illustrator, you're going to get something different, a little demo video that's going to come up. These are really great to watch. You'll get different ones, and when you access those, you'll also get access to other instructional videos. They're really great resources, and you really want to try to watch them whenever possible, because this will really help you out with the program and give you additional insight that I may not cover. We're going to do chapter 4 now, and so I'm going to close out of this and come on, close, and I'm going to go to File, Open, and let me go into my Lesson 4 folder, and I'm going to start. I'm going to show you the Lesson 4 end. What you're going to be building is a flyer with 3 artboards, and so this is what you're going to end up looking at creating. So let me close that, and I'm going to open now the Start folder, and let's go into this, and we're starting off with our first artboard. Now remember that you can add and remove artboards at any time while you're working in a document. You can create artboards in different sizes. You can resize them with the artboard tool, which is this tool right here. Or you can use the artboard panel, and you can position the artboard anywhere in the document window. All the artboards are numbered, and you can change the name and give them unique names. So the next thing that we're going to do is add 2 more artboards. This is a ticket. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a folding ticket. I kept thinking it was a flyer, but it's a folding ticket. It's going to, because it's going to fold, each artboard is going to be a different face of that ticket. So there's a front, an inside, and a back. So if we choose View, Fit Artboard in Window, that's going to center it, and then you press your Command plus your minus key, or your Control on your on a Windows, Control and the minus key, and you'll zoom out. As you zoom out, you're going to see there's some other panels there. I'm going to zoom out a couple of times just so that you can see everything that's on the artboard, and then I'm going to zoom in once. Okay, next we're going to pick up the artboard tool. Oh, first of all, before I do that, I need to press my space bar, which gives me my hand tool, and I'm going to drag the artboard up and to the left so I can see the items below it, and I can see more of my artboard. So with my artboard tool, I'm going to click and to the right of the existing artboard and in line with the top edge. Notice you get our nice little green lines that say intersect, and line me up with that artboard. And all I need to do is click, drag down. I want something that's the same height, and you'll see you get the guides. And we want to do an artboard that is actually the height is going to be only 6 inches tall. So let me go drag up to 6 inches. I went too far. 6, 594, 6, 6, 1, and 3.5 inches wide. Now, if you don't make it exactly 3.5 by 6, one thing that you can do right up in the top, I'm going to move my proxy reference point to the upper corner so that I can change my width and make it exactly 3.5 inches and my height exactly 6. Those sizes are going to be important if you were to be sending this to a printer. Now, the next thing, if I look in my artboard panel, which is over here, right below my layers, you see I have artboard 1 and artboard 2. The artboard panel allows you to see how many artboards the document currently has. It also allows you to reorder, rename, add and delete artboards, and to choose many other options. The artboard 2 is highlighted in the panel because that's the active artboard. So now we're going to create a copy of an artboard using this panel. If I click on the new artboard button at the bottom, it's going to make a copy of artboard 2 exactly like it and call it artboard 3, and it's going to be placed to the right of the artboard 2 in the document panel. You can also create a new artboard if you click the new artboard button in the control panel, and after clicking the button, position the pointer in the canvas area and click, and that will drop a new one. So now we want to go to View, Fit All in Window, which is going to zoom in a little bit more. I don't need my Pathfinder from last time at this point. After creating the artboards, you can edit or you can delete artboards at any time by using the Artboard Tool menu command or the Artboard panel. So next we will reposition and change the sizes of several of the artboards using multiple methods. I'm going to zoom out by pressing my Control key and the minus button twice. If you're on Mac, remember it's Command and the minus key. And with the Artboard tool still selected, I want to drag artboard 3 from the center to the left of the original artboard. So just click, come on, click and drag. There we go. If I hold my shift key down, it's going to hold, oh, oops, let me undo that. If I hold my shift key down, it'll drag perfectly in line. I kind of left my mouse up there for a second. Now, lost my place. Step 3. With the artboard tool still selected, I can now drag the bottom center bounding point of the artboard down until I reach, come on, down, click and drag, there we go, until I line up with the bottom of the larger artboard to the right, and because I'm getting my green smart guide. If you needed to delete an artboard, all you need to do is press delete and it'll disappear. Another way to resize an artboard is by entering the values in the control panel, which is what I showed you at the beginning. Clicking on this second artboard, the one that's on the right, again, I can go up and I can change, and now remember I've got my proxy up in the corner, and I can change my value for the height to 8 inches and drag it, and I don't have to drag it. It will be automatically resized to whatever I put in. Just hit enter. Okay, I selected the upper left-hand corner. You could also have selected the upper center or even the upper right. It's just a proxy point, and anything that you do is going to be off of that proxy point. By default, if we didn't have anything up there selected, the default point would be in the center. So if I put 8 in, it would have made the artboard go taller as well as longer off the bottom. In the control panel, with the artboard tool selected, you will see many options for editing the current artboard. The preset menu lets you change a selected artboard to a set size. So you could come in, we've got custom, but you have all kinds of presets that you could select for a size. The sizes include typical print, typical video, tablet, and web sizes. You can also fit the artboard to the artwork boundaries or to the selected art, which is a great way to fit an artboard to a logo. Other options include the ability to switch orientation, rename, so we could go change it from being portrait to landscape, put up a new artboard, delete an artboard, change the name of the artboard, all kinds of things going on up across the top. You can have other guides, center point guides, show video safe areas, and there's also a constrain height and width proportion. So you could change the height and width proportionately rather than as we just did. Okay, so I'm going to pick up this selection tool and view fit all in window, which is going to zoom us up a little bit closer. There's a real slight background still around artboard 2, which shows the 2 up in the corner. That is showing that that is my active artboard right now. And you can see that that's highlighted here, all of which indicates that is the active artboard. There can only be one active artboard at a time. When you fit everything, when you do fit artboard in window, that's only going to apply to the active artboard. The artboards are given a name and a number, and when you navigate in through documents, it can be easier to give them a name as well as the number. So in Artboard panel, we're going to double click on Artboard 1. Whoa, double click the name, not in the space. There we go. And change the name to Inside and hit Enter. We're going to rename the rest of the artboards. Artboard 2, double click on the text, opens that up, and we're going to change it to Back. And Artboard 3 is Front. We're next going to rename the we're going to reorder the listing of the artboards, because if we're going through the document using the next artboard and the previous artboard buttons, the artboards are ordered according to the order that they're created, but and you know, that's the drop down. So we've got 1 was the inside, 2 is the back, 3 is the front. That's the way we made them, but we want to change them. With the artboard panel still open, double click the number 1 to the left of inside, and this makes the artboard named inside the active artboard. Hello? Yes, that's active, and it fits in the, should fit, yes it does fit in the document window. We're going to click and drag the front artboard name up until, front. Number 3, front. Oh yes, because I was on that one. So double click inside, click on front, and drag the name up until it has this white line that goes up above inside. It's going to kind of get blended into that orange outline box that's around the text, but then it will drag that name up, and all of a sudden Artboard 3 became Artboard 1. So we now have front, inside, and back, and that's the order that they're going to stay in and the order that they're going to keep. If we double click to the right or left of the name front in the artboard panel, so I can double click on front, that's going to center it in the document window. And if I do that and I click the next artboard, it's going to move me to the inside. Hit next, it's going to move me to the back. So next thing that we want to do is to save our file, which I didn't have you do at the very beginning. And what we're going to do is save this file, save as. It is ticket. And remember to add your initials to the file name so that they'll be there when you turn those files in.